And along those lines, I'm curious what you think about what's happened kind of in the COVID area. And maybe this is just my interpretation, but one of the things I feel like I've observed in business over the past year and a half or so is that when there were many instances where the government didn't do what many perceived to be the right thing, we saw, I think for the first time, at least in my adult life, true just companies stepping up and saying, wait, that's not acceptable. And we're going to have to act in ways that we normally wouldn't have had to because government would have fulfilled their role. Do you see that spirit? Do you see that as something that's changed, or was that just a function of the time?
Yeah, no, I definitely think that it is, it feels like it's been this growing momentum that I think, the nature of the times have really sort of shifted, and we're starting to see more and more of it happening in terms of, the SDG era, so the Sustainable Development Goal era from the United Nations, starting in 2015, sort of saying, this is a roadmap. These are our indicators of how we want the world to be better in all these different ways. So water and sanitation is definitely my sweet spot, but there's a lot of other indicators and goals. And I think the fact that so many businesses are mapping their KPIs and success to those indicators is sort of, signaling that there is this, greater vision of how do we actually integrate some of, these bigger world problems into the way that we operate as, businesses, as nonprofits, as foundations, all these different entities sort of moving towards the same goals in their different ways, which I think has been really exciting to see in a number of ways. And I think it also offsets the public sector, who has traditionally been spearheading a lot of these efforts and giving them an opportunity to find their balance, as opposed to having to find financing for everything all the time. So yeah, I think there's a really exciting shift that's happening that hopefully we'll start seeing more of in the coming years to come.